What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be showcasing my top 5 best planes in Plane Crazy. Let's get into it. Alright, so we have 5 planes for this list. Number 1 is my F-14, as you can see right here. If we start the plane, you can see there's like a decent amount of motor locking. And as you can see here, when it's unmotor locked, alright, we have 2 missiles on each wing that are just for display. We have angled intakes, as you can see here. Sometimes these kind of glitch in and out. We have some detailing on the nose, as well as, some custom angles in here, as you can see. We also have some nice detailing on these back wings. We also have these 2 missiles on the bottom, which I'll showcase later. In the cockpit as well, we actually have a fully functioning cockpit, alright? Obviously, there's some motor lock that got in the way here, but before that, it was quite nice. We have all these dials, even a working joystick. As you can see here, we can actually fold these wings in, like so. There's even a little sound effect. And then we also have a startup sound effect, so if we use that now, as you can see there's the engines kicking in. And then we can obviously fly off. Now my plane does have a conveyor engine because, hover engines kind of made it lag too much. And it can go at any speed really up to around 10,000 and as low as around 300 before you kind of stall out midair. But if we use these missiles here, as you can see, you just drop them like so. And then once they're actually dropped, as you can see, you can actually split them like so that they actually have a wider surface area or a wider hit range so that they can explode, over a wider bit of area and hit more stuff. As you can see here, we have a fully functioning afterburner as well as a front landing gear. This plane is not complete. The other planes in this list will be, but this one I'm still working on. I've been for a while now. We do have a fully functioning front landing gear that allows us to, land nicely if we really want to, as you can see right here. Alright, and we also have super rocket engines that allow us to not stall out. But as you can see, yeah, it's a nice landing there. That is pretty much the F-14. Onto the next plane in this list. Alright, so up next we have my F-4 Phantom. This is a new plane of mine, alright? I stopped working on the F-14 to work on this actually. And it's just a hyper maneuverable PvP plane. When we actually start the plane, alright, it uses hover engines. The front was quite nice, it's all a nice green color coupled with this light brown, I guess you could say. Alright, we have missiles loaded on the bottom, as well as nice intakes that I added. We can start the plane though, and take off pretty nicely. As you can see, it's quite a nice plane, alright. Landing gear folds up pretty seamlessly. But if you actually speed up here, you can do some really sharp turns, and, get some really accurate, PvP shots. And in terms of looks, it's an alright plane, we have a nice cockpit. It's all blacked out because there's just not much detail in here, as you can see. But other than that, I really like the plane. I really like the way it turned out. Now, in terms of landing and actual showcasing, it's not a great plane. Land alright, as you can see, but it does have some issues with stability when it's actually on the ground. It tends to tip upwards sometimes. Apart from that though, I really like the way this plane looks. But yeah, on to the next plane in this showcase. Alright, so I've got to showcase it. Alright, it's my P-51 Mustang. I really like this plane. I made it a while ago now, but I still really like the way it looks. And it holds up well against some of my newer planes, obviously. So if we motor lock everything into place here, as you can see, it's still a solid looking plane. Obviously it's not quite as nice as my F-14, but other than that, I really like this plane. It has sound effects, a spinning propeller, as you can see here. It doesn't go very fast. It probably gets a maximum of 700, and it just doesn't turn amazingly, as you can see. It's kind of sluggish compared to my newer planes, especially compared to that F-4 Phantom. One cool feature I did add to this plane actually is the ability to drop your fuel pods. Obviously it's just for show. But yeah, just like the way this plane flies, it looks, it used to be my top, top plane, my best. Now I have some nicer planes that I prefer to use. As you can see, it's not amazingly balanced, and it lands well. It has custom landing gears on the front, and then a just regular landing gear on the back. But yeah, that's pretty much the P-51. If I were to make this plane again, I would definitely make the cockpit a different color. I might make it a solid black. I might try to add some more detail in. It does have a Gatling gun sound effect, which I might redo. And then I'd also try and add the wire that actually connects this line to the tail fin. But yeah, apart from that, I really like this plane. And yeah, on to the next plane in this list. Alright, on to my airliner. Alright, this is no specific airliner. I really like the way this plane looks. It's definitely a newer one. But if we spawn at the airport here, as you can see, actually, there is a bit of motor locking in this plane, just for some detail. As you can see, it's already starting there. Alright, you can actually walk up onto this plane and enter through this door right here. I didn't fully complete this plane. I never really did. These are actually fake seats so that when you're walking along the aisle, you don't just get sat in one. You can kind of move yourself into one and look out from the window. obviously it's not a big airliner, you know, it wasn't really a super detailed or hard build to make. This was just kind of a short little fun project for me. It can also explode in the air. If we hop into the actual pilot seats up here and we take off here, the plane does maneuver quite well when we're stalling like this, or we're taxiing along a runway, and it can actually take off quite fast. It actually uses super rocket engines to decrease lag a bit. Obviously we can pull the landing gear up here. Obviously it's not maneuverable at all, you know, it can move maybe like very slowly, and it's not extremely fast, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much my airliner. Let's see if we can get a landing here. Alright, so we're coming in for a quick old landing here. I don't know if we're really lined up at all. Alright, in we come. We're pretty much lined up, I would say. Nah, that was an alright landing. Alright, but I really like the way this plane looks. The only problem is, you know, this cockpit is a bit too close to the wings. I'd move it out to about here for it to be really accurate. But other than that, you know, I like the plane. It was a fun build, but on to the next plane in this list. So this one I've really thought about, alright. I'm choosing the F-22 because you guys have probably already seen my Blue Angels jet and some of those other planes that I have. So I thought, you know, I'll show you guys something new. This is my F-22. It's quite an older build, but I really still like the way it flies. It's a bit fast, a bit out of control, but other than that, you know, I like the way it looks. There is quite a good amount of camera locking, which is why I choose not to use it much. Alright, and so the F-22 is locked together, alright? It was one of my oldest PvP planes, alright? It still looks a bit, you know, kind of bad, I won't lie. But we can actually take off here. The plane's quite fast, alright? I used only hover engines to kind of attain this kind of speed. So as you can see, we have a bit of speed wobbling there. But it was alright in PvP. It was just too fast to really do anything. But if we cruise at like kind of like a lower speed here, you can see this plane is like quite maneuverable, but it does use WASD. So, you know, there's some upsides and downsides. I didn't really know about mouse aim before this. So I was just using WASD. And as you can see with WASD, it has to be hypersensitive, so you can pull these really hard turns like that. It does have a turret on the back that you can actually aim at stuff with. It doesn't have any afterburners. There's kind of minimal detail. The only nice thing I think I like about this plane is probably the cockpit. If I were to make this plane again, I would keep this cockpit. I really like this cockpit, the bubble cockpit. You know, it's what I used to like making before I kind of figured out camera locking is a bit of a hassle. And as you can see, that's pretty much my F-22, alright? You know, I like the way it looks. It has nice landing gear. You know, they're angled and everything. That's pretty much the F-22. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. You know, if you did enjoy watching the video, just, you know, leave a like and whatnot. And comment down below what you want me to showcase next. You know, whether it be my top boats or planes, really anything. I'll do anything, or tanks. I'm good for anything. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, somebody else has got their helicopter out. But yeah, I'll see you later. So have a good one, and goodbye. What's up? I'm just recording this while I'm editing this video, but thank you guys for 20k subscribers. That is a big number right there. I remember when we got to like 100, and that was crazy for me, but now we're at 20k. I'm definitely going to try and upload more, as I haven't been uploading as much recently, just due to like some exams and stuff that have come up recently. But I'm definitely going to try and upload more in the future, and thank you very much. Yeah.